I mean, I don't know what else to say except for I knew it was going to happen again. I knew when what happened in 2021 happened, that from who it started with and how it was done, that it would happen again, because they're able to use this technology right here, this thing right here. They have been given the weapons to do whatever they want to us as United States citizens. We are supposed to have our own privacy and be able to live lives freely, our own way. And it's not like that. It's not like that at all. They made me look crazy. They literally made me look crazy the first time around. I wrote the FBI. I filed complaints. I have them still. They told me that everything was destroyed. Literally told me there was nothing I can do. And what do they go and do? They do the same thing again to me. They set up a scenario that I have nothing to do with at all. I met that woman on the Nextdoor app because she messaged me for a ride. From that point on, it was a setup, but it was planned out from the beginning. I give her a ride, drop them off. She made sure that I went to that hotel and dropped her off. Well, went inside with her, and then we came right back out and left because she got a phone call and went in that door. The second time she called me for a ride, I gave them a ride. She gave me $40. I took her to her brother's house, I think, and then somewhere else. But what I think then is, that was a drug house, I believe. And she picked something up without me knowing. And I dropped her off after that, getting $40. And then I didn't answer my calls for 2 months because I didn't want to be around that at all. And then they called me on my way to work in the morning. How do you even call someone you don't even really know and haven't talked to in so long, like 8 o'clock in the morning? Hey, I was thinking, could you give me a ride to court? I don't even know where you're at, first off, and you don't even know where I live at. To call me out of the blue like that, I said, where are you going to court at? She tells me the address, and it's right down the street from my work. And then I drop her off, and I go, and I think that they wanted to locate me with her dropping her off at court to show that we had some type of communication, like that we were closer than we are. And then after work, she's like, hey, you want to hang out? And I'm lonely. I don't have nobody in my life. I don't. And it's reasons like this that why I don't. I'm stupid to it. I'm dumb to it. And the last time I had anybody in my life, it was a friend of mine, and sadly enough, he overdosed and he died. And I feel like it was because of me, because of what was going on in my life. They showed up thinking it was me overdosing, and instead it was him, and they didn't save his life because they figured I'd fall down for it. I hate saying it like that, but that's the cold truth. It's so cold, and it's so true, and I think about it every day. And they did it again. They didn't kill nobody, but they came back again. It's like living a movie, like a horror flick, a weird-ass horror flick. And then on the way home from work, she calls and says, hey, you want to hang? And I'm literally right down the street from her when she calls me. I'm such an idiot. I tell her what I gotta do. I pick her up. She has meth. I should have walked away right that moment. I gotta be stronger. I gotta be weak. After 4 years, what is wrong with me? I'm lonely. I don't have nobody. What's wrong with me? And because I work so hard and shit, sometimes I want to have fun too. I just pick the wrong people and the wrong things to have fun with. But now I just gotta stay away from it. I can't talk to nobody. I'm not allowed to have nobody. It's just me, myself, and I, and these other 5 people running around inside of me going crazy because I'm not even supposed to be here. I'm not even supposed to be here. But I am, and this is what I have to do now. Pick her up the next time, and I shouldn't have, and I was an idiot. I'm kind of glad I did, though, because it got this truth to come out one more time, but in a sense that I could save everything to prove it happened. They can't say no now, but now everything back to 2020, 2021, I can prove that it all happened to me. I'm not crazy. They're assholes because they hate me. It's not my fault. Not my fault at all. Anyways. when we get back to the house, well, first she wants me to help her move a pool table in. Why did she want me to help her move that pool table in? So that it looked like I was trying to set that place up as a clubhouse for our supposed motorcycle club. Oh my God, they planned this out to a T. And then while we're in there, she has guys coming in that she makes sure she walks them out each time. Just like a prosty would every time she's done with her client. And I wasn't paying attention to it. Why? Because I don't know who she is. But I found out within 24 hours who she was. And exactly what was going on there. And exactly what she was about. I watched so many drugs go into her that day. So many go into her that day. I can't believe they just let their people do this. Like, they let her do this. Then she told the first guy, though, that she was putting on her dress when she was ready for everything to be perfect. And she was ready to look really pretty for the day. And she made a lot of note that she was putting on the green dress at some point. So when I realized my phone wasn't working after like the third or fourth guy had came, and I realized that I couldn't do anything with my phone, like look up things on Google or text people. My mobile data was off, but I was hooked into the Wi-Fi there, but I still couldn't do that. Everything was moving slow. Why? Because they were already stealing my information. They were already doing the setup. Everything was about to happen pretty soon, and they knew that. I didn't, but I felt like something was wrong. So finally, I get her court case pulled up. And I said, hey, that court I dropped you off to the other day, what did you get charged with? And she says paraphernalia, and it says on that paper, barking dog, meaning that's nothing, right? So knowing what I know now, and knowing what she told me, and now she's lying to my face, she robbed me for money while I was with her. Literally robbed me for money, and it was just like a couple hours prior to that, so I was already mad. When I knew she was lying about the drug charge, which was so stupid, I start gathering my things. And when she realizes I'm really leaving, she runs to go put that green dress on real quick. And I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, I just want to change. I don't want to be in these clothes no more. I'm like, why? And she's like, I just don't. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Well, I'm leaving. And as I go to leave, she's like, I'll walk you out. No, you won't. I'm going to walk out. I'm going to go by myself. I'll be fine. No, I want to walk you out. No, I don't want you to. I literally had to keep her at the door inside to leave. I'll be fine. I'm going to go. You stay. Stay. Good girl. And I shut the door in my car, and I look, and I said, see, I'm good. And she goes, you are good now. You are. And the way she said it, man, like, whoever left the note that said, remember, Michelle, thank you so much. So much for that. Because I did. And as soon as I did, I knew that something was happening. They were setting me up. And if I would have waited a little longer, if she walked out that door with me, they were going to bust that house. I would have had no clue what was going on. They would have got me with probably drug trafficking. God knows how much meth could be in that house. God knows how much meth could be in that house. I don't know. There's two old people that live in that house. That one has dementia. The other one's just a really old guy that sits around. Then upstairs there's a guy that lives, but it's the son, but he's older, like in his 30s or 40s. And they were using that as a setup house. Then the pool table makes it a clubhouse. Even though it's not set up, it's in there. And her being a prostitute, walking people in and out, I bet it was on camera. I bet it was on camera. And I bet they've been doing this. The other hotel, I bet they already did that. So when I get home, I realize what's going on with my phone. And I literally mess with it for a little bit. But then I go to work. When I get off of work, I can't do nothing on my phone. Everything is frozen, and I can't even open my Google Maps to get home. And it was so foggy that I missed my turn. I ended up on the turnpike, and I couldn't get to an exit in time. My car broke down, my phone died, then my car died. So I had to walk up the turnpike because of them. All because of what they tried to do. Jesus Christ. Guide me through this. Guide me through this, people. You know, spirits, ancestors of my pet. Guide me through this. I don't know what I'm doing. I need help. But I won't let this go on any longer. This is too much. I don't deserve this. Nobody deserves this. They literally tried they created a scenario around me to make it look like something it totally wasn't, and I was going to fall down for it, and now I can prove it because I have all the information, and I have all the data to go with it. Done. I'm done.